Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Nania Yasmin, and for today's video, it started off as a note to self, but that's what inspired me to create a video behind this topic, which is getting over my fear of judgment. So with that being said, let's jump right into the video. I will of course start with a little backstory. So I am coming up on a year of consistently uploading to my YouTube channel. So I was naturally doing some reflecting, and it reminded me that you know, as much courage as it took to get started with this channel and share with others that I was starting a YouTube channel, I can't help but admit I don't think I've really dove into this space like I'd like to and like I know that I can. So my first take at a YouTube channel was actually back in 2017. I created content consistently for about 4 months, but I did not stick to it because I was just literally embarrassed by it. For whatever reason, I did not feel comfortable sharing with people that I had a YouTube channel. So those entire 4 months that I was creating videos and uploading them to my channel, I never shared with any of my other social media platforms that I had a YouTube channel. So I didn't put any promotion behind these videos. Of course, I told my family and closest friends, but no one else knew about this little secret of mine. So it took me another 3 years to be comfortable and confident enough to take another shot at it. So last October 2020 was actually my second go round at creating a YouTube channel, and even then I remember the feelings I had when I was getting ready to share on my Instagram and my Facebook that I had a YouTube channel. Again, I still felt a little embarrassed. I was definitely fearful of sharing this, but this time around, I actually went through with it regardless of those feelings. They did not go away until I actually went through with sharing it. And to my surprise, I did not get any negativity behind this decision. You know, there was an outpour of support from family and friends. People were sharing my content. A lot of people were excited. They were telling me, we've been waiting for you to do something like this. And so really what that let me know was all of those thoughts and scenarios I had come up with in my head were never real. And so now that it's been a year later, again, I'm not necessarily embarrassed to let people know I have a YouTube, but I do still shy away from saying what I really want to do with content creating, and that's to be able to do this full time. And so now I understand that it's not really my fear of what other people will think about me. It's really how I'm judging myself, and I'm projecting those personal thoughts onto other people and making myself believe that what other people may say or think about me is really what I'm saying and thinking about myself. So these thoughts and feelings are really just my own insecurities, and I think for me personally, where those insecurities come from is, again, not being comfortable or confident and saying I want to do content creating full time, just because I think this is still seen as an untraditional career path. And so when you share this with people, it takes that explanation again, and I try to get people to see the visions that I see for myself, which is never required. It's not necessary to do, but again, this is stuff that I'm just excuses that I'm making for myself. So if you are like me, you can relate to what I'm saying and what I'm feeling. I want to share with you guys and challenge you guys to change your perspectives, because that's what helped me and what is still helping me today. So rather focusing on what people may think about you, try to shift that focus to the contribution that you will make. So I will share with you guys some of my fears that I've come up with in my head and how I've shifted those fears into other thoughts that help me get started and continue to share on this platform. So one of my biggest struggles, I would say, is I oftentimes don't get started or do the things that I really want to do because I am a perfectionist. I want things to be perfect the first go round. So oftentimes I will delay getting started because I want it to be perfect, or I'm waiting for this right time. And now I have completely shifted that thought and really just gotten rid of it, because I know that that is not real. The right time, the perfect time does not exist. And throughout that process, the mistakes that you're going to make, because mistakes are inevitable, are really going to be lessons that will allow me to grow and again move forward to get where I want to be. I also struggle with even being on social media at all. I've really gotten over this though in the last few years, but definitely in the past, again closer to like 2017, 18, I would oftentimes just go ghost completely for months, weeks at a time. And I realized you cannot do that. If you want to influence, if you want to inspire, motivate, connect with people, you have to be on these social media platforms. And so again, I've had to switch my focus, switch gears and my perspective, and really look at social media through a different lens. And I was able to do this once I moved to Taiwan. Once I was living in Taiwan, social media was one of the only ways that I could really stay in touch with my family and friends. Social media was my way of staying connected with family and friends, although I was on the other side of the world. And so through that process, I was able to gain find a newfound appreciation for these platforms and realize everything that comes out of them are not negative. You can come on these platforms and be vulnerable, share your journey, be transparent, and again, connect with people and build communities. I've also struggled in the past with feeling like opening up can be kind of boastful, or in a sense of like bragging, because I do understand that there are people out there that may not have the same opportunities as me or the same privileges as me. And so I never wanted to feel like I was showing off. Again, my intentions are to literally just share my journey and connect with others. So again, shifting that perspective or that focus and allowing myself to focus on the contribution I'm making has allowed me to be comfortable with sharing my journey. There's no telling who may need to hear my stories or maybe inspired by them, motivated by them. I focus on that possibility rather than the negative. And I've also struggled with just opening up in general, but I realize with the kind of community that I want to build, I definitely have to be transparent and open up about my journey. So those are my personal struggles that I've dealt with and how I'm dealing with them. So here are some challenges or action steps for you all to be able to get started with whatever it is you want to as well. Number one is to stop judging yourself. Most of the time, the thoughts and made up scenarios in your head are not reality. Again, the things that you think other people are thinking about you are usually what you are thinking about yourself. So once you stop judging yourself, you will see that most people aren't thinking those things either. The second is don't chase people's approval. Regardless of what they think, whether it's good or bad, you literally have no control over any of it. And so you're better off just doing you anyway. Most of the time, people just genuinely don't care. And I don't want that to come off as rude or say you or what you're doing are not important, but just imagine if you are struggling with these fears and doubts and thoughts. Imagine how many other people are in their head saying the same things about themselves. So they don't even have time to judge you because they're judging themselves just like you are judging yourself. So most of the time, it's not even that deep to begin with. And at the end of the day, you simply just cannot please everyone. The third one is to get a community. So that has been my driving force to being on social media and creating my little piece of the internet. Is the only way I could allow myself to open up and be vulnerable and share and connect with people is to build a community of people that understand me, get me, relate to me, and that is what allows me to be comfortable in this space. So find your tribe, find the people that are on the same page as you, and you will realize how much easier it is to open up and just be who you are. And number 4 is to just do it. I can't promise if and when these feelings or fears will go away, if ever, but it is necessary to just get started. So even if you're scared, do it. Even if you're worried, doubtful, whatever those fears may be, do it anyway. So what I want to leave you guys with today is your fear of judgment is holding you back from your full potential. Remember, our goal is the experience itself. Instead of being focused on this imaginary finish line that we come up with in our heads, the goal is to just embrace that journey in between. So when you are living in your goals, as we mentioned in my last video, if you're interested, you can check that out. I'll link it above. But in order to live in a goal, it requires no explanation and no expertise. You can get started right away. And you can get started right away just because. That's enough reasoning. There's nothing else that needs to come with that. Regardless of your intentions behind your goals, whether you want to reach a certain goal or live in your goal, getting started is required. You cannot do anything if you are literally not doing anything. So get started. That's what I'm going to leave you guys with today. And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you guys next time.